Alright guys, I'm back working on the winch. I think I'm pretty much done for now. I got the back parts. Hold on a second. I always forget. I got the back part grounded off so that it fits. I got the bolts on, got them torqued down nice and tight. I had to grind off those little tabs that I pointed out on both sides, as well as a little bit more than just those tabs to get it to line up right. And I just noticed that bolt right there isn't quite centered. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's not exactly centered. It looks like it's almost about to go through the hole. But I got these two bolts. This one, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, hopefully that'll be okay. But anyway, I got it bolted on. I got the wires ran through the grill. The tough part was getting it to the try not to put too much stress on these cables between the control box and the grill, because you don't want to kink your wire. At least you don't want to kink them too much. So I ended up running it through the back of the grill. I got some wire loom that I stuck on there and around the radiator, coming up through the backside. So I know it's not very pretty right now, but it is hooked up and it is working. And that this whole battery fiasco looks like a real mess. We got so many cables and wires hooked up to it. Again, on the top, I decided to just mount the ground cable like I did the positive side for the other one. I put a little dab of black silicone on the top so I can keep track of how it's touching. But this is the ground side, so it doesn't matter too much if that touches the body, because it is the ground side. You just don't want the positive side touching the body, or worst case scenario, you don't want both sides touching the body, because that'll definitely be bad. But I don't know how well you can see it. It does tap the silicone just a little bit. You can see that little gray spot there on the top. It does tap it a little bit with the hood closed, but not a whole lot. That's like maybe, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch clearance. So I may or may not have to do something better with that in the future. So yeah, I mean, this may or may not be permanent. I just rigged it up real quick so I can get it hooked up and working, and then zip tied it in different spots so I can still use it. Once I get the solenoid switch figured out and wired for the dual battery purposes, I'll work on getting this a little bit prettier, make it look a little bit better. But I just got so many cables connected to the battery right now. I don't know, maybe I'll put the winch on the bottom battery, on the auxiliary battery, or something. I don't know yet. But I got it hooked up, I got it working. I just did a little test, and it does go in and out. I got it hooked up on the shackle. You can see there, I got the cable hooked up on the shackle and got it nice and tight, so it's not going to wobble, it's not going to rattle and wiggle everywhere. So I got a little shackle mount. So, should be good. Now I just got to I got to get outside sometime tomorrow or soon before I actually have to use the winch and during recovery to get it re-spooled. Because when you get a brand new winch, you got to pull out all the cable and re-spool it with tension on it so that you make sure it's nice and tight. If you try using it during an emergency and the cable's not tight on that spool, it could damage the cable. So before you actually have to use it, when you're done installing the winch, you gotta spool out all the cable, hook it up to a tree or something, and put some kind of a decent amount of tension on it while you re-spool it back up into place. So I'm gonna try to get that done tomorrow. It's already pretty late tonight. I think I'm gonna call it a night for this. And yeah, that's about it for today. I got it wired up, I got it mounted, I can't wait to get out there and use it. So it's one of the important things for modifying your Jeep is to get a winch. Having a winch will relieve a lot of stress as long as your winch is working. So especially if you're, I mean, you should never go out wheeling by yourself anyway, but you should always have at least 2 vehicles. But you know, sometimes you can't help it. And if you're out with 2 vehicles, at least one of you should have a winch on the vehicle to make recovery easier when you get stuck. So at least one out of the 2 vehicles should have a winch. Or if you're with a group of people, you know, the same thing. At least one of you should have a winch on it, so you can get people unstuck easier. I mean, it's good enough. I mean, it's almost good enough just to have tow straps. As long as everybody has a tow strap, you can do some good. But it's even better if at least one vehicle on the trail has a winch. And if you're out there by yourself, which you shouldn't be, and you get stuck, having a winch should be a real lifesaver. So, because you don't have anybody to hook up the tow strap to you and pull you out of the hole that you're in. And you just use the winch and the snatch block. It's like the snatch block, using a winch and a snatch block will double your pulling power. So if you get really bogged down, just hook up your snatch block pulley, as long as you have enough length to hook up to a tree or something as an anchor point. You'll be able to get out, or you should be able to get out. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna get out there tomorrow and do the spooling thing that I mentioned. Got it working. It's all hooked up and torqued down. Pretty excited about it. So I will see you all later on a different date. How to modify your Jeep Wrangler TJ. I'm gonna try to get a blog post started with all the content that I'm doing for this project about how to modify your Jeep Wrangler TJ. So yeah, look out, keep an eye out for that. I'll be posting it at some point. Gotta get all my videos together and organized and whatnot, and then I'll start making my blog post about it with some text descriptive stuff in there. Should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. It's getting late. I'd say it's about beer time. So yeah, if you like this, keep watching. Stay tuned for other projects that I'm doing, and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and click on that description, the link that's in the description in the bottom of this post, or at the top of this post, wherever the link is on the description. Go ahead and click that and go through the steps that you will be directed to for that. And in the meantime, this is Rich from theliftedlife.com, aka liftedoffroad.com, and that's LFTD offroad.com. So in the meantime, I'll see you next time out on the trail maybe, and have fun and be lifted, everybody. Later.